Hello, this is Angela with Permaculture. It is a gorgeous evening here in Portland, Oregon. We're in zone 9A. I'm out in the front yard. Everything's looking green and lush and beautiful. I haven't made any videos this week, any long form videos, because I've been having some really significant autoimmune issues. I have two autoimmune diseases that both attack my eyes and my eyelids, and I have been a mess on multiple antibiotics and steroids and looking a terrible fright and still looking a little like 90% better, but it's been real rough. So I haven't wanted to appear on camera. You may have noticed that I have made a bunch of TikToks. That's because of the miracle of filters. So my eyes didn't look almost completely swollen shut, and that was entirely due to filters. So I've just felt a little self-conscious and not wanted to be in front of the camera. But earlier today, a big Supreme Court ruling came out, and my second kid, B, that is the area that she works in, right? She wants to be an attorney. She works for a nonprofit that does legal advocacy for the homeless community in Portland. So she specifically works on case law around this issue, and she was following the Supreme Court case very closely that came out. In fact, some of her writing on this issue was used in a brief for the Supreme Court. So I asked her when she got off work today if she would sit down for a little interview to talk about that case and how it impacts every community in America. And so that video will be the one that comes out right before this one. It is currently uploading right now to my YouTube. But while I'm waiting on that, and before I go on a walk with my kids, I wanted to talk about my hat that appears in a lot of my videos. Y'all are always asking me, where'd you get your hat? Where'd you get your hat? And I have a couple videos showing you how I have mended this hat because it has seen better days. But it doesn't mean that I believe in throwing things away, right? So you can see my latest mending in progress, this yellow one. So this hat was my mother's. It was very near and dear to me. She bought it at the Knollwood Nursery in Beaver Creek, Ohio when I was 15. So that's 30 years ago. And I love this hat. I wear it all the time. It has a great big brim and it's a wonderful sun protection. And it reminds me of my mom gardening, right? Well, it's a natural material and eventually it decomposes, and it's been getting more and more brittle as the years go on. But last week, my dog Athena had to have surgery, and I didn't really think about this. This hat was in the back seat of the minivan, and when I went into the vet hospital to clock her in for her appointment, check her in, she got really nervous and moved from the middle row of seats to the far back and stomped all over the hat and really crunched it. So I had this big new tear here and a smaller one here, and I thought, oh crap, I'm gonna have to mend it again. Well, today we were on the way back from the rebuilding center. I'm in the middle of ripping up our basement bathroom, which has been a disaster for years, but finally has reached a point where the shower is cracked and leaking. They didn't install hardy backer board. They just used regular drywall where they should have used something suitable for a bathroom. And so there's been some mold issues, and so I'm gutting it down to the studs, redoing the bathroom. So I went to the rebuilding center. I have a video on the rebuilding center, by the way, to look for medicine cabinets and also tile to put in that bathroom. Struck out on the tile, but found two medicine cabinets, so great deal. But when we got back to the car, Casey loaded the medicine cabinets in for me and accidentally laid one on top of my hat. And so now there are all of these new tears. I mean, it's really shot. So I'm gonna try and mend it for right now. But Ruth very generously, saw that I was really upset, and she immediately went to Reddit, because I have looked for years. Y'all ask me all the time, where'd you get this hat? I want a hat just like it. And I have no idea. I say, Knollwood Nursery 30 years ago. Ruth went and asked the internet and immediately found out the name of the hat and found one on eBay. So I thought I would share with you all. It's the San Francisco Hat Company. I will link to them below. I'll probably cut in a picture here. They're still in business. They still make these hats. They're $120. They have many styles, many colors. $120. But Ruth found me the same hat on eBay new for $35. So that is what I got. I'm going to get a brand new hat exactly like this. And hopefully it will last the remainder of my lifetime, another 30 years, right? And my kids will get to enjoy it. But for those of you that have been asking every time I wear this hat, apparently it's the San Francisco Hat Company, and they're still in production, made in California, 100% biodegradable hat. And again, really large brim, sturdy, lasts for years. So, okay, I'll be back with a regular video out from my garden. I still have some footage to edit from our trip to Hood River, and I actually have some footage to edit from our trip to the Oregon garden a couple months ago. So I will have those videos coming out hopefully on hot days throughout the summer. So I'll be back soon. Thanks. Okay, seriously, this is the best hat. Tons of sun protection, huge brim, super comfy, leather strap. I have not found another hat that fits as nicely, that has as big of a brim and as much sun protection. So A+, do recommend.